Union President Paul Biya, who won an 8th term in office, is being sworn in today. The swearing-in ceremony is taking place in Yaoundé, with at least 35 heads of state expected to attend. Biya was officially declared the winner of Cameroon's presidential election by the Constitutional Council last week, securing 53.7% of the vote. His closest rival, opposition leader Issa Tchiroma, received 35.2%. Biya, who has been president since 1982, will now stay in office until 2032. The inauguration ceremony comes against a backdrop of political unrest over disputed election results. Opposition leader Tchiroma has been claiming that he won. The opposition also announced that Tchiroma would be sworn in as the elected president on Friday. CGTN's Sharon Baranga with President Biya's profile.
In the 1980s, Cameroon's Paul Biya was a prominent figure in West African diplomacy under President Ahmadou Ahidjo's regime. In November 1982, following Ahidjo's unexpected resignation, Biya succeeded him as president, beginning his 4 decades of rule. He survived several bouts of political turmoil, the first of which was a coup attempt in 1984. By the early 1990s, a pro-democracy movement was sweeping sub-Saharan Africa. Cameroon's one-party system was under pressure, and in 1992, the government was forced to permit multi-party politics. That October marked Cameroon's first multi-party presidential election. Biya won the election with about 40% of the vote, although opposition parties decried irregularities and fraud. From the mid-1990s, Biya maintained a foreign policy posture that engaged both Francophone partners and regional diplomacy. Protests erupted across Cameroon in 2008 in response to high living costs and a constitutional amendment that abolished presidential term limits. Despite the turmoil, Biya maintained his position. Over the 2010s, Biya was diversifying Cameroon's diplomatic partnerships while still maintaining ties with former colonial power France. By 2014, the regional security environment had become more turbulent, particularly with the rise of Boko Haram. At international summits, Biya positioned Cameroon as part of a collective front against extremism and insecurity.
The Boko Haram problem isn't just a Nigerian one. It has become regional, if not continental. We're here to declare war on Boko Haram, and we will defeat these terrorists.
The Anglophone crisis began in 2016 and is still ongoing to this day. Peaceful protests in English-speaking regions against perceived marginalization led to the emergence of armed separatist groups, and by late 2017, a full-scale armed conflict. During this period, Cameroon continued to host major international events, including the Africa Cup of Nations in 2021. Recent years have seen the diversification of economic, diplomatic, and military partnerships. In 2023, Biya attended the Russia-Africa Summit, strategically engaging Cameroon with Russia as traditional Western influence, particularly French and American, wanes across West Africa. Sharon Baranga, CGTN.